You gain control of JK Rowling's Twitter account for a day. What unnecessary piece of information do you add to Harry Potter lore? Witches and wizards have microscopic beings called magi-chlorians that live within their bodies which grant them access to magic. Hagrid shaves all his body hair from the neck down. Thanks for the gold, you, Darth Mule. After Book 2 and the Polyjuice experiments, Ron and Hermione permanently switched places. Hagrid tried pho and didn't really care for it. Voldemort doesn't have a butthole after resurrection. I don't think I could top the post she made about wizards disappearing their poo with magic before Muggles invented toilets. There's a witch writer called JK Rowling, famous for her Muggle book series Harold Rogers, where the protagonist engages in wacky Muggle adventures. Edit. 48 inbox notices and not one Hogwarts letter. With sidekicks Roberta Beasley and Herman Danger. The My Immortal fanfic is now 100% canon, thank you. JKR. Fred and George Weasley switched places during the Battle of Hogwarts. When George died, Fred adopted George's life complete with cutting off his ear because he figured George wouldn't want him to spoil the joke. That most people don't play beyond their early 20s because they develop Quidditch arsehole. That the Queen of England is a living Horcrux and that's why she just won't die. Edit. Ooh, shiny. Thanks. The protagonist was actually the flying car and everything after is just epilogue. Muggle orphanages know about magic, and when an orphan shows magical prowess they phone the Ministry of Magic for pickup and leave the baby outside. The ministry hasn't figured out how voicemail works and never come to pick up the children. The Forbidden Forest is forbidden because Dumbledore and Hagrid have an illegal grow-op hidden inside. The Wizarding School is a front to launder money. I actually always envisioned Dumbledore aggressively asking Harry, maybe even yelling, if he put his name in the Goblet of Fire. George Weasley was adopted. Not Fred though. One of my favorite quotes from any piece of Harry Potter media comes from an interview of the actors who played Fred and George. So are you two actually twins in real life? No, it's funny. We actually met at the audition. That line kills me every time. I'd clarify that Dumbledore wasn't really gay, just gay for pay. Figure that way, nobody is happy. I'm writing a new book. I'll make her add a lot more lore by bumping community expectations. The sock that freed Dobby was actually a Potter family heirloom, having been worn by Bobby Charlton in the 1966 FIFA World Cup final. The Potters were very quiet about how they came to acquire it. Harry pronounces it GIF, not GIF. Harry put his name in the Goblet of Fire. Harry doesn't have a left pinky toe. It was the only part of him hurt by the killing curse when he was a baby, and then all of us fan theorists will wonder why Lily didn't love his left pinky toe. The Loch Ness Monster is someone who tried Polyjuice potion with basilisk DNA. Ron is adopted and dyes his hair. Edit. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Snape was a never nude. Edit. Holy shit, this blew up. Thank you for the gilding. Hermione was actually a collective delusion shared by Harry and Ron. And Krum went with it because he's hugely unstable. No, Krum's a delusion too. Harry and Ron just decide they need to feel jealousy to experience their sexual awakening, so they compile a list of attractive characteristics and make them into Victor. Harry. So, like, he plays Quidditch. And he's super famous. Ron. And his head is totally shaved and he's from somewhere hot like Bulgaria. Voldemort's penises also have snake-slit noses. Penises cursed. There is a Wizarding World version of magic, the Gathering, called Muggles, the Congregation. Edit. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Ron likes to take all his clothes off when he poops. Harry frequently entered the girls' dormitory. How did he defeat the staircases that turned into ramps? It's the most impenetrable security system ever invented. Just think, if only Gringotts had used ramp staircases. Come at it from above. Slide into the dorm same as he did those DMS. Just cast a spell on himself. Wingardium Leviosa float over the stairs. It's Leviosa. Accio bum. Stop it, Ron. Stop. How Hermione really loved pegging Ron after they got married. Snape was a stamp collector. This is the real reason James Potter bullied him. I would make it clear that the cursed child is not canon. Go one step further and declare it as an in-universe book written by Rita Skeeter. Professor Snape was a single mother. Voldemort's parents were anti-vax. Buckbeak was a metaphor. Potter Puppet Pals is now canon. Hogwarts in the 60s was a drug-fueled Technicolor dancing orgy every night, and the only reason it doesn't come up more often is because not a lot of people clearly remember it.